Merry Christmas!
It's Brett
And Kara
with Goat For It Farm.
Today's all about the birth of Christ, who came to give us a second chance at salvation.
Our farm's been blessed to have many second chances, which we're going to look back on today.
Brett's got these cool little solar lights installed, which we're going to try out tonight.
The feed just keeps getting bigger.
Oh yeah, more and more food to deliver every morning, it seems like. Which, good problem to have. But obviously, one animal or group of animals that we have been blessed with second chances with is our turkeys. We got the turkeys right before Mother's Day this past year. And when we got them, we got 6 little tiny poults. And out of them, only one was a male. Now, on the farm here, we've had chickens in this area before. And chickens, they're very resistant to a protozoa that will actually kill the turkeys or make them very sick. And the turkeys did, in fact, get that protozoa, and it causes blackhead disease. And we lost multiple turkeys to that.
3 turkeys to blackhead disease, and there's no cure for it. So it's something they have to fight through, and their chance of survival is very slim. And somehow we had 3 survive it.
Mm-hmm. And then only one of them very recently has been lost to predators, and we know that she was lost to a coyote. But we're going to continue making strides to keep these 2 safe. It was honestly quite shocking to lose her because we didn't lose any of the others to predators, and we do have livestock guardian dogs. But we did add one more livestock guardian dog, which we're going to talk about today. But we're very thankful to still have 1 male and 1 female turkey. The male is Lord Featherington. If you've been watching us for any amount of time, you know that. And this female, her name is Philippa. We lost poor Prudence, but we still have Philippa.
The reigning lady.
The reigning lady, yes. She gets Lord Featherington all to herself, which I don't know if she thinks that's a good or a bad thing. Well, while we were trying to get started on this video, another second chance just occurred. We realized that Bear broke out of his little area last night at some point in the night. Before I went to bed, I checked him. He was in there sound asleep, but somehow he got out. Well, I'll show you how he got out. And who knows where he was. I didn't have the tracking collar on him because we have to recharge it each night. But yeah, he ran off to who knows where, and we were calling him, honestly kind of feeling hopeless. And he came up. He came up to us. Bayar, he's a good boy. He came right on up after probably about 10 minutes of calling him. And we're so thankful. You know, he's got a new lease on life. Got all those mats off of him. He's brushed out and looking so beautiful. And he's giving us a chance too. And we're really thankful for that. We're about to get him in here in the milking parlor. Not to milk him, of course, but to get him on the scale, get an accurate weight for him, because he is an intact male, and we do want to get him fixed, of course, like all of our other dogs are. But we need to get a weight on him before I can work on getting him fixed. And then we'll also shave his neck down a little bit. We'll trim the hairs there and put the GPS collar on him. That way we know where he is at. Because physical fences, these dogs, they're just too strong. They get through them. They're smart. They're like insanely smart animals. So, thank you, Bear. Thank you for coming back and trusting us. Our other Great Pyrenees dogs would not jump up in here for anything. They hate to be inside. But he just waltzed on in through the front door. Well, it's the only way to get in. But he's probably had a very eventful night. Now he's so sleepy. Come on, Emma. Oh, Nova's joining this morning. Hello, little cutie. Hello. Nova, you're looking so pretty. So big and pretty. Now we're gonna trim down around his neck where the collar goes. That way he can get good feedback from the collar without having to go through his luscious locks. And then we'll just try him with that, because otherwise I don't know how you keep these dogs in, especially when they're used to being a roamer like he is. We just got Bear, I think, trained to the fence. He responded well to the GPS collar. And obviously, you know, the turkeys had to follow us too. And the goats. But I think he's good to go. We're going to keep the harness on him as well, just in case. That way, you know, he has a bright sign on him that he belongs to somebody. But I think it's going to work out with the GPS collar.
Okay, buddy.
He's a very slow walker, though. He's doing good.
Got a lot of scent.
Yeah, there's a lot to smell over here. We see bunnies hop around and, well, all sorts of stuff. Speaking of dogs, another creature that got a second chance this year was Max. If you remember, when we rescued some dumped dogs in our area, one of those was Max, and he was in so much pain. His left eye, or I guess his right eye, was, well, how do you put it? It was destroyed. Something happened to his right eye that caused it to rupture, and he was in so much pain just laying around. We picked him up. We picked the other dogs up that were there, and we got them treatment, and we just fell in love with him. We found good homes for the other dogs. Ari, the little weenie dog, she is another of that group that is here on the farm with my parents. But little Max has stayed with us. And after he had his eye surgery, or enucleation of that eye, he has been just so filled with joy. Max, can you show him how hyper you are? Oh, you just have so much fun all the time. He brings the party with him wherever he goes. I also think of little Cash, our tiniest little buck, who was attacked not once, but twice, quite badly by a dog. And he lived to tell the tale. And I think of that dog that attacked him, who was another of that rescue group. Her name was Leia, and she had a troubled past. She had, at some point, gotten a broken back leg, but it healed, and she was able to move around just fine. But she was dumped and left for dead, like those other dogs. And now she's been rehomed to a family that doesn't have any livestock, and has other dogs just like her that she gets to play with and enjoy spending time with every single day. And she gets so much love. I'm just so thankful that that worked out. And sometimes what we think is the best thing, well, sometimes there's a different plan. A plan that's much better than anything we could have imagined. This is such a cool moment happening. Scout on the left was barking and barking at Bear, and Bear decided they're just going to have to work it out between them, and he plopped right down on the trail. So they're getting acquainted with each other, whether they want to or not, says Bear. Some other stories that come to mind that have happened here on the farm where we definitely were given another chance were with Tootsie, our Nubian goat. She actually, when someone was leaving my parents' house, they ran her over, like completely ran her over. And she just got up after a whole car ran her over. She got up and walked away. She didn't have any broken bones, and she had like some bruising and soreness, but it went away within a few days, and she was completely fine. I mean, that was just like a miracle, honestly.
She's about as big as a car.
She is a big girl. And other times are like, well, kidding season. Anytime kidding season approaches, or even before the goats are bred, I'm already praying that they're going to have a good gestation, that the kidding will go smoothly. And then on my end, what I can control, I try to be there, try to be as ready for their birth as possible, and also be ready to assist if need be. And there's been multiple times where I've had to go in and reposition a kid, and I'm really thankful for the outcomes that have happened from that. And we've got to figure out how much this big guy weighs. We forgot to do that this morning. So we got this little scale. We're going to have to maybe get him to just sit on it or something. Want to try and get him on there?
All right.
Okay. You are at about 83 pounds.
About Shiloh size.
Yeah, you're a big boy. You really are. Well, my goodness.
That's without eating good.
Yeah, so who knows how big you'll end up really being. But that weight puts him right between Shiloh and Scout. Shiloh is around 70-something pounds, and then Scout, he's like 110. He looks skinny, but he's so tall. Oh, does that feel good?
Well, guys, Merry Christmas. We're blessed to have all of you viewers. And remember, if you have a dream, go for it. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.